I'm Simon at the Review Board, and this is a short presentation on public hearings for Indigenous governments, community governments, and community organizations. What are public hearings? Hearings are very important. They are in person and in communities. They are held towards the end of the EA process. Public hearings are your opportunity to speak directly to the board about your concerns and views about the project. Why would Indigenous governments take part in hearings? Speaking directly to the board in your own language lets you share your concerns powerfully. Your voice and presence at the hearing can help others really understand what you have to say. Hearings are also one of the last chances to try to resolve any remaining issues you have about the project. They provide opportunities for you to persuade the board members of your views about impacts. Hearings allow you to challenge predictions about impacts you disagree with and to be heard by board members, community members, and other parties. What benefits can Indigenous governments get from hearings? Hearings are one way for traditional knowledge holders to share their knowledge and concerns in their own language. They let community members who might be affected by a proposed project to speak directly to board members about their concerns and views. And hearings can help build respectful relationships between the developer and Indigenous governments. They are a chance for developers to make meaningful commitments that prove they've heard your concerns and are serious about avoiding the problems you've described. How should Indigenous governments prepare for public hearings? Preparing for hearings will help you be more effective and make the most of your time at the hearing. The Review Board has written guidance to help you prepare. It will hold a meeting called a pre-hearing conference with all parties to explain the hearing process, to hear what parties want on the hearing agenda, help parties to get ready, and answer any questions you may have. It is important that you read the developer's response to your intervention, along with other parties' interventions, so you know what they plan to say at the hearing about the concerns and predictions you've already described. This will help you prioritize what concerns you want to talk about at the hearing. You need to send your presentation to the board before the hearing. It should include all the concerns and issues you want to raise at the hearing. It's also helpful to start thinking about what types of questions you want to raise with the developer and who you will have speaking at the hearing. Who presents for Indigenous governments at hearings? Who speaks at hearings can make a big difference. Past examples of hearings have shown that leaders and chiefs can add weight to what is said. You might want consultants or technical experts to present your technical questions. Having traditional knowledge holders speak to the board is important. Early in the EA process, the traditional knowledge is often provided in writing. However, traditional knowledge can be more impactful when spoken in your Indigenous language. Traditional land users may also have concerns or knowledge that can help the review board make a good decision. Having traditional land users speak to the board about their concerns and views on the project can provide important information and context to board members. Having community members speak to the board about their concerns can add weight to your position. This may include women, youth, elders, and other community members. Their voices can show that concerns are widespread in the community, which could matter to the board members. Interpretation will always be available so that you can use your own language to explain your concerns and views. When you are at the hearing, you should deliver your presentation in a clear and powerful way of your choosing. You will also have the chance to ask questions to the developer, government, or other parties about what they said. You might be asked questions about what you have said about your views on the impacts or other matters related to the EA. These questions may come from any party or the board. Hearings are also about listening to what others have said. When the hearing is done, you'll be asked to make a written summary of your final position about the project's impacts. This should clearly explain your position on the topics you are concerned about and say whether your issues and concerns remain or have been addressed. This report should include your conclusions on what you heard at the hearing. To sum up, public hearings are a great chance to present your views, ask questions, and persuade the board members. Thank you.